I won't lie, y'all. The recent events have put a chokehold on me. I need to play. I need to play. I need to know what the truth is, and I need to get story locked so I can crash out, destroy my motherfucking desk, and then I can go to sleep peacefully. Hello, people. We are back for some more hundredline. And in the last 2 episodes, crazy stuff happened. Well, mostly the last one because we've switched routes out of necessity. Out of necessity, not because there was shit, but because we were motherfucking... Hold up. Reach story lock 2. We were story locked. Which prompted us to 13A. Because 13A got unlocked because we got all the requirements. And crazy shit has been revealed. Well, it's mostly a recap, but also revealing some information and confirming some stuff. Now, I'm waiting to get story locked again so we can get sent back to 15B and finish the route. Alright, let's go. My head was completely empty. I didn't want to do anything, or think about anything, or even breathe, really. I just sat there in the corner of my room. I hugged my knees and curled up tight, wishing I could disappear while time continued to flow around me. Yeah, because bro remembered that he was a killer. He was a serial killer. Yes, he professed and confessed. Oh shit. Takumi remembered that he remembered his memories. He got his memories back from the other timelines. And more specifically, or more recently, the memories from Slasher. He killed people, his friends. And now he's on a guilt trip. I could hear voices outside, my friends chatting and laughing. The sound cuts into me like a knife. In another timeline, I'd been the one to steal their laughter from them. Forever. At some point, my room started to get dark. The sun must be going down outside. Darkness seemed to trickle in until it filled that space completely. Lying there in the same position for so long, I'd lost all sensation, all awareness of my body. It didn't even feel like my body anymore. It was like my soul had come loose and I was staring down at my physical form from above. My visitor came in a little after that. Forcefully? How long are you going to stay like this? Everyone's worried about you. They think you're sick. Well, I told them you were anyway. I couldn't exactly tell them you were feeling guilty about things another version of you did in an alternate reality. What do you want, Hiruko? I'm not here because I want to be. The others just sent me to ask you something. Ask me what? Tomorrow's day 15. That means there's another attack coming. They wanted to know if you'll be joining the battle. Or are you going to abandon them? Ooh! Are you going to betray them? Do you just not care if they all get killed? They've already been killed. I killed them myself. All of them. One after another. All of them dead because of me. So I just can't. I can't do this anymore. I don't care. Just let whatever happens happen. I really can't do anything. Hiruko continued to stare at me, but there was a different look in her eyes now. Yo, bro, she told you this is the one. Remember Doctor Strange in Endgame? He was like, there's only one possible outcome where it ends. Rather, what did he even say? Anyway, this is the route where everything goes well, where no one dies. And you're being pussy? There was no pity there, only contempt. When she spoke, her voice sounded hoarse, like she was holding back some strong emotion. I'm disappointed in you. That what you told me on day 10 meant nothing? You told me that we could make the future we deserve, together. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? Hearing that is what convinced me to tell you everything. It felt like this timeline could be different. It was the first time in 146 loops anyone's ever said anything like that to me. I really thought there was something special about this timeline. About you. I thought you might be the one to finally break us out of this never-ending hell. And now you're giving up? Just like that? How could you? She clenched her fist. Oh, brother. Get ready for a beating. The look in her eyes had changed again. Now she was glaring at me with pure, undisguised animosity. You weakling! You sniveling coward! You think you get to give up and mope around for the rest of your life? Who do you think you are? Osamu Dazai. Dazai is a writer, a Japanese writer that killed himself, well, at the end of his life. Because of like, shit happened in his life and it wasn't too happy shit, alright? And yeah, he ended himself. No, you're worse than that. You're like a mech pilot going crazy from being synced with its navigation system. Or a poser, emo band fangirl bandaging her wrists just to fit in. Mech pilot, which one? I'm gonna be honest, my mech knowledge is quite limited. I don't think that happened in EVA. Did it? And then Gundam, I'm not too familiar with it. I know there's crash outs in Gundam, but going crazy from being synced? I mean, there's sync level in EVA. That's why I thought of it first. And then poser emo band fangirl. I don't know. The you that killed everyone was a completely different person in a different timeline. And he wasn't even in control when he did it. Get a hold of yourself already. Don't you realize how much danger you're putting everyone in by wallowing like this? If anything is going to get them killed, it's your own negativity and self-loathing. You're sure as hell not going to protect anyone the way you are now. If you're going to allow others to protect you while doing nothing in return, you might as well be signing their death warrants yourself. You're going to get everyone killed, and you're doing it out of your own free will this time. That's a complete betrayal of everything you believe in. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? What happened to creating a future where we could all be happy? I've tried everything I can think of, and nothing's worked. I can't do this alone. I need your help. You, Takumi Sumino, you're the only one who can save us. This is hard. Oh, this is hard. Oh, yes. Please, Takumi, I need this. For a moment, neither of us said anything. Yo. Could we get story locked right now? Finish the mystery route. And then go back here because the story lock is lifted. Because he gets memories from mystery. Because he got glimpses of mystery. I remember seeing Kurara in the transmitter room. And that's when he gets the hope, I guess? What if... Listen to my ramblings. What if he gets memories from a timeline? He sees Makoto. Yes, Makoto Naegi. He's like, bro, you can't do this. Have hope. Type shit. I know. This shit won't happen, but... Hiroko's shoulders were shaking, and she was breathing heavily. Her quick, shallow panting was the only thing breaking the silence. But eventually, even that sound became quieter. I guess that's it. I can't count on you for anything. Not in this loop, or the next, or the one after that. Never again. Hiroko turned and left the room. Never again, huh? I want to say that this is pep talk, trying to rile him up. I don't know if she's actually honest. While she was talking, something had started to well up inside me. Now, a wild, raging energy was surging through me. I couldn't let it end like this. I didn't know what I was going to do, but this feeling inside me was getting stronger, and it had to go somewhere. Before I knew what I was doing, I got to my feet and rushed out of the door. Hiruko, wait! She turned around. She looked so sad, so tired, but I looked her dead in the eye and let everything I was feeling come pouring out. I did mean what I said back then, and I still feel the same. I want to create a future where we can all be happy. Not just for day 100, for day 100, but day 101, 102, and all the days after. Right now, I want that more than ever. Those memories, this knowledge of the other timelines, they've shown me just how important that is. So I'll fight. Not just against the invaders. Or my own weakness. But an enemy even greater than that too. I'll fight the cruel destiny that's been pushed onto us. A light breeze blew across the roof, ruffling Hiruko's hair. She tucked a shrill lock behind her ears and spoke, looking just a little more hopeful than before. What are our chances of pulling that off? Isn't it obvious? I have absolutely no idea. What? The future is an open book. That's how it's always been. Now I want to create a totally new future. There's no telling what might happen. But even so, I just love that sentence, but even so, that's that shit Hajime said at the end of Dangan 2. I'll still fight. I'll fight with everything I have. I'll fight to protect you and the others, and to create a future where no one has to die. You and I are getting out of this loop. I raised my arm and extended it toward the satellite. Hiruko did the same. It was still hundreds of thousands of miles away, solemnly shimmering in the night sky. But somehow...
Ah. 2人で一緒にそうだできるかしらさっきも言ったけど確証はないでもそのためなら何でもするつもりだ
It just said in Japanese, like I said, I don't know. And then the rest is the same.
何でも
What you mean by anything? Anything like a this choice again?
ああ何でもって言ったわね
I'm locked in and ready to go. I might get naked for this.
言ったけど
Hiruko let her hand drop to her side. Oh, wait, what? Alright, in that case, starting tomorrow, you're going to be my servant. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad idea. I mean, it's fine. What? Didn't she already say that in another timeline? I feel like she did. You said you'd do anything. Naturally, that includes being my slave, doesn't it? Hold on, that's not exactly what I meant. I'll be counting on you to get me out of this loop. Yeah, of course, but the servant thing is, silence. I'm tired and I'm going to bed. I need to rest up for the battle tomorrow. Well, good night. She gave me a wicked grin before going back to her room. As I watched her go, I noticed a newfound spring in her step. I, on the other hand, suddenly felt uneasy. I doubted I'd sleep well tonight. For what reason? Early the next morning, I woke Hiruko up and convinced her to join me in the courtyard. Eito already escaped, right? Right? Or is he in his room? Oh no, he's in the other room. In the pod room. What are we doing here at this hour?
Oh.
The enemy is going to attack during the morning announcement. But before that, I need to ask you something. What is it? about Veshnis, the Supreme Commander. In the last 2 battles, you basically told everyone to ignore her. You had us focus on the regular commanders instead. And you want to know why? It's simple enough. It's because she isn't as much of a threat in this timeline. Why not? In most, though not all, other timelines, she starts absorbing cryptoglobin like we do. It's a decision she comes up to while listening in on our communications in her hoodie guise on day 7. She also finds out about you coming from the future from intercepting a conversation between you and Sarai. That's when she puts it all together. The reason both sides suddenly got stronger, is because of you absorbing so much cryptoglobin during the first cycle. Knowing that, she decides to do the same, breaking her religion's greatest taboo. But none of that has happened in this timeline. Because you didn't even... you didn't mention time travel in this battle on day 7. Not that you would, having decided to keep it a secret from everyone. Now, Veshnis doesn't know you've come from the future, or just how much power can be gained by taking it from others. Do you understand what that means? Yeah. She's still following the teachings and not absorbing cryptoglobin. Not in this timeline anyway. It did make sense. That must be why she didn't drain Pakron after we defeated her. But that doesn't mean she's not a threat at all, right? Of course not. Ideally, I'd like to put an end to her in today's battle. How are we going to do that? We have the new weapon Sarai and Nigo created. It's what we usually use on day 15. Alright, but it's also usually unfinished. Why show Kiyoshika specifically? Could have been Takemono. You see the petals at the end? Please? Pretty please? Yes, the petals! What do you think I've been doing while you've been mopping these last 2 days? I've been out gathering materials. Oh! I know the ruins so well by now. It barely took me any time at all. The bomb is 100% complete. That includes the detonator. Nobody will have to die setting it off. That was good news, but I felt pretty guilty about it. Hiruko had been out there working so hard, and I hadn't done a single thing to help. This is crazy. She has not lost hope in 40 years. Wow. Sorry, I guess. Don't worry about it. You can lick my boots clean to apologize. This bomb is also a lot more powerful than the past versions. I gave Sarai and Nigo some pointers to improve it. So we're going to hit Veshnis with that today? That's right. We're going to make Vishiswas out of her. Hit her with the dots again. Never mind. Vishi what, bro? Vishiswas. Hold up. Vishiswas. It's a soup with mashed potatoes and chicken. Hiruko's eyes glinted viciously behind her glasses. Then we heard the morning announcement over the PA system. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yes, because he... Okay, yeah, no. When we got to the war room, everyone else was already there. Besides Aito. You're late. Where have you guys been? I bet they were off making babies somewhere. What? Such indecency. Do you two think of nothing else? We weren't doing anything like that. Didn't Sarai and Nigo tell us the invaders would attack early in the day? My dear brother and I were waiting here for almost an hour before the alarm went off. Yeah, well, hey, they're here now. That's what counts. Do we have a read on the enemy? Sarai nodded and pointed the monitor with his stick. Valagarshin. Why do you know the name?
シャンシンだね。
Oh, probably got the info from Saray and Nigo. Apparently, the others already knew about the commanders would be facing. Hiruko had probably told Saray and Nigo they could brief the rest of the team.
確か合体するんだ。
そうか。それでスミノと静原も合体よ。
敵に対抗するため事前にシミュレーションしていたのでござるな。
Neither of us replied. It would take way too long to start clearing up the misunderstanding now. Come on, let's get out there and start killing. Right, is the revival medic fixed? Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about a thing. It's all fixed up and ready to go. If you die, you'll be brought back good as new, including all your memories, of course. That's for us. That's to tell us that it won't erase or take the memories from an earlier save. Everyone seemed pretty confident, but I suddenly remembered how this went the first time around. Ima, yeah. He sidled up to Hiruko and tried to talk to her without attracting attention.
このタイムラインでも作ってないよな。
1周目の時にシャンシンを倒したっていう薬のことね。ええ、作ってないわ。部隊長の DNA を採取してないから。
最初の部隊長ムブブムを倒した時に言ってくれればよかったのに。
それはこっちのセリフよ。1周目のシャンシン戦の記憶なんて私の中にはないんだから。
Oh, she was right, of course. Hiruko was already dead at that point, killed by Ito. Oh, I forgot about that. I hadn't thought of taking DNA from her room. That was on me. Never expected we'd have to face Sanshin again as early as day 15.
いや言ってたな。あいつらは合体するってよ。
くそ、合体するなんて、合体するなんて、正直羨ましいぜ。
何が羨ましいの？
Oh.
桐藤さん、聞かなくていいから。
とにかく大丈
Oh
夫。
my god, I missed them
薬がなく
all.
ても俺たちは勝てる。
薬？
Wait, what? Oh, this dude's just... Oh, Hiruko, please kill this dude. Break his neck or do something, bro. He keeps snitching on himself. I forgot that's how, like, Takumi is. The dumb Takumi. Right. What are we gonna do with these two? Yeah, you're a child.
あいつを一人残し。
あの子なら大丈夫だ。
What do we do with them?
子供の話とかしないでほしいわ。下ネタが言いにくいじゃない。
いずれにせよ、これは勝ったということでござるよな。
ええ、そうね。でもシレイの話によると、確かもう一人。
Veshness? The words were barely out of Moko's mouth when that other one showed herself. Here she was, the Supreme Commander, Veshness.
不甲斐ない。バラがルーゾ、シャンシン。貴様らの力はその程度だったか。それともあえて敗北を喫したのか。この私に狩り場を提供するため。
No. As she spoke, a change started to come over Veshness's body. What?
俺があいつの戦闘形態。
As if we don't know. Like, come on, man.
話には聞いてましたけど。
めっちゃキモいっすね。
よし、殺してあげよう。やるしかなさそうだね。
待って。あいつと戦う必要なんてないわ。
For real?
2号、準備はできてる？
Just blow her up?
発射可能な状態だよ。
みんなは校舎に避難して。
より使う時が来たってわけか。例の新型
Are we actually gonna get rid of her?
なんだよそいつは。
Everybody looked confused. Obviously, Saray, Nigo, and Hiruko hadn't felt it necessary to tell them
と
about the
にか
bomb.
く説明は後でするから。
みんな、ここは一時撤退だ。
The others responded to my order and ran back towards the school. Hiruko and I brought up the rear? What? Once we were all inside, I turned back and saw Veshness walking slowly across the battlefield toward us. It was now or never.
退避完了。いつでも OK だ。
了解。それじゃあ行くよ。
新型兵器発射。
So that should be a new cutscene, right? Oh, it's a stitched up cutscene. Ah, that's so funny. It's like the start of the Tsubasa one, or like any of the three really, and it just fades to her exploding, I guess. Nice work, troops. You really did great out there. The credit for the final blow has to go to us and Miss Shizuhara, of course. That's right. We wouldn't have done it if you hadn't got those materials for us, Shizuhara. Can't read. We're truly grateful. Seriously though, Hiruko, you could have told us we had something like that up our sleeve. Yeah, this was no time to butter your lips. The expression is button your lips. If we'd known, we could have helped you get the materials for you needed. Like, why can't I read? Why do you keep it a secret all this time? Let's just say I had my reasons. So Precious actually bit the big one? She's really gone now? She's got to be. An explosion that strong would have blown her to smithereens. It's true she disappeared without a trace when the dust cleared, but since there's no body, it should sense she might have survived somehow. To think of it, that did happen in some other timelines. Even after getting caught in the Undying Flame Bomb's blast, Vashnis came back to fight another day. I glanced over to Hiruko, and that's Hiruko. She was resting a finger on her glasses, a distant look in her eyes, like her thoughts were somewhere else. No use thinking about what ifs now. I say we enjoy this victory high while it lasts. I'm down for that. We gotta take our wins when we can, where we can. Then, is it time for the usual? I think so. 1, 2, oh. The chant? Yeah! Hmm. 6 dots? Oh my gosh, she's already drunk, bro. We don't have the budget for that. This is a military academy, not some hedonistic tech startup. What does that mean? Why are you so sad? And so, our post-battle meeting ended without any further discussion. Tired but satisfied that we'd done a good job, we went back to our rooms to rest. That night, a little while after dinner, I made my way to Hiruko's room. For what? For what? Yo, right, I forgot. Oh, wait. Oh my god. What? My shoes are already clean. Because of the slave, yeah. Anyway, forgot that her room is completely empty. And I wonder why. Are the rooms, pre-filled, I guess? Pre-decorated? Or they get decorated as we go? I don't know, I don't think so. I think they're pre-done. That would mean that Hiruko has nothing from the beginning. Why? I would understand her not decorating her room over time, over the timelines, over the loops, because she's getting depressed, or kind of useless, right? Because it's just gonna reset. Yeah. Not here to lick your boots, Hiruko. Thank God dyslexia didn't hit me here. What do you want then? My sofa and desk chair aren't broken. We get it, girl. Didn't come so you could sit on me either. I wanted to ask you something. You said you'd be counting on me to get us out of this loop. Let's get into details. What exactly am I going to have to do? Good question. First of all, we need to figure out an actual method of leaving the loop. Can we consider that our objective for now? If you want. It's not going to be easy. You can't just try anything that comes to mind and hope it will work. Believe me, I am speaking from experience. What should we do then? Don't get ahead of yourself. There's something else we have to deal with first. Something else? Tomorrow night. We're leaping to this timeline. Oh, the weird. Hiruko took out her device and showed me the timeline diagram again. This one? Well, I can't really tell what this one is. I call it the Killer Zombie branch. Killer, the zombie. Okay, so Slash. This is Slasher. Slasher on day 16. Is it here? Tomorrow? It is. It is, right? Slasher. Yes. On what day? No, dumbass. Yeah, on day 16. Does it actually look like that? Hold up. Day 16. Well, no, it doesn't look like that. The hell? It's probably just a random image, but still. It's upstream from the serial killer in zombie branches, hence Killer Zombie.
Huh?
You mean... Yes, the timeline where you became a serial killer. Tomorrow, we're going there. And we're changing history. Wait, what? You can do that? What? Oh, hey, yeah. Day 16, we're changing history? How is that gonna work? What? Baby girl, you got me fucked up. Hiruko said we'd go change history tonight. It still gives me most of the day to do some other stuff. Maybe I'll head back to my room, then go hang out with someone for a while. Free time. Hey, oh nah. Nobody ever had memories. Well, Hiruko and Takumi did not remember, or at least Takumi, did not remember anything about Route Zero. Because I was about to say, is the second scenario going to have an impact on here? I wonder. Day turned to night. Taking care not to be spotted, Hiruko and I snuck out of the school. We made our way along the road that led to the old lab. Along the way, Hiruko began speaking. I discovered the PLM on my 37th loop. Damn. I decided to investigate every corner of this old town, and happened upon it by chance. Over the next few loops, I'd go back where my memories return and try to learn more about it. By my 49th loop, I more or less knew what it could do and how to operate it. You still don't know who made it or why it's here. Why were you so determined to figure it out, though? Probably won't believe me. Don't laugh, alright? Okay. I heard a voice while I was sleeping. It said, "That machine will be your salvation." Holy shit. If I could, I would be throwing ass right now. But I can't. I have to respect myself a bit. And of course, I cannot do it on camera. You heard a voice? Who could it be? This is some Kia type shit. Entrails. From Zero specifically, but... Seriously? You say you wouldn't laugh. Sorry, it's just... You must have been hearing things, right? Yeah, she... Dumbass Takumi strikes again. She ignored me and carried on walking. Followed after her at a safe distance, feeling like I'd get poked by a hornet's nest. Still can't help wondering what the machine is doing here in the first place. Someone here must have been researching parallel universes. We only know one researcher, and it's, well, Kurua and Nozomi's mom. No, I don't think it's some shenanigans, where one of these two, or maybe even Eito, looped so much they went back to year zero and just... Nah. Somebody? Who? Researchers, probably. What researchers? How am I supposed to know? Let's just be grateful we have access to such useful resource. Come on. That dude is so goddamn dumb, bro. She always has to scream at him because he's so dumb. Like the last time, Hiruko and I dispelled our class armor once we got inside the lab. We can't wear leap suits and class armor at the same time, right? We went over this before. The leap suits repel our Himo and Ima. I know, but why do they have that function? It's kind of true. Could they have been used in the war back in the day? Leaping is achieved using cryptoglobin, or rather, using its energy waves. The infinite parallel universes out there exist in a space filled with cryptoglobin energy. That's the thing the baby was talking about. That's what FB told us. Yo, there's some dark aura in the whatever it was called, and right now I'm sick. It surges in constant waves and unpredictable patterns. To leap, we have to harness those waves. Hold up. I doubt we're gonna find it, but that is what Brody FB was talking about. Oh, finally the suits are here. Damn, there's so much to read. No, I don't think it's here. What were we even talking about? I completely forgot. Yeah, the aura and the cryptoglobin space that the baby was talking about. Okay, well, let's put that to the side for a moment and read the new things in the archive. Okay, so when they die, when a member of the SZU dies permanently and cannot be revived, a number appears on their back, which is the LMC. And then we have to input the LMC in the right order in the DST for it to work and actually, you know, call the thing from the artificial satellite. Oh my god, I can't speak. The DST, we know, only needs 9 of the 10 numbers to be right for it to work. Which is interesting. But if you input it in a bad order, you just die because the poison behind the machine just gets activated, or released rather, and you just die. Yeah, if there's... No, we read that, right? Leap suit is new, I'm pretty sure. A suit used to protect the wearer from the adverse effects of parallel leaping. It is made with technology that repels Himo and Ima. As such, the suit prevents the wearer from using their class armor, but also nullifies attack made by class weapons, but also by the invaders, or, well, the Futurans. Leaping without a suit can cause leap damage. Symptoms of this condition include impaired consciousness and cryptoglobin loss. Cryptoglobin loss? As in what? Just anemia? Anemia, right? Anemia? Yeah, anemia. Or actual loss of cryptoglobin, meaning you actually lose cryptoglobin and you're weaker? Isn't it replenished type shit? We'll see. The act of moving from one timeline parallel universe to another. This is not the same as time travel, I'm sorry. It's strictly moving to the same point in a different world, so horizontal, yeah. It is a different phenomenon to time loop, in that it involves physically traveling to another timeline and not just sending one's consciousness. As far as anyone knows, parallel leaps can only be achieved by using a machine located in the lab on the outskirts of a certain ruin. But Takumi proved us that you can actually loop without the machine. Well, loop, not leap. Never mind, yeah. Can someone actually leap without this machine? Or could there be that there are multiple machines? Could be interesting. Timeline. Alternate realities created by making different choices leading to different outcomes. Depending on the timeline, Last Defense Academy can be a very different place, even in ways that don't make sense at first glance. Normally, everyone's memories of past timelines are erased when the loop resets. However, under certain circumstances, those with the right kind of cryptoglobin may be able to remember them. Very interesting. Keyword: those with the right kind of cryptoglobin. That is so interesting. How does one get chosen by this? Because 100%, 200%, 3000%, 8 is going to remember. Could Compassionist remember? That'd be interesting. Maybe the baby, who knows? But if there are more candidates to remembering other timelines, that'd be crazy. I'm gonna be honest, I'm fully expecting Eito to be a time looper too. However, that'd be a bit, maybe, monotonous, maybe? I want Eito to be the center of it all again and again and again and again. Matter of fact, I want him to be the final boss of the game, if possible. But if he's the same as us, it may feel a bit too, like, damn bro, damn, type shit. I don't know how to explain. Time loop, phenomenon affecting Last Defense Academy that forces Takumi and Hiruko to repeat their time here over and over again. The loop begins on the night of day 2 and resets at 10 AM on day 100, or when the looper in question dies. However, we've learned that it's not necessarily 10 AM on day 100. Sometimes it can go, like, it can reset later, as we've seen in one of the endings of Box of Blessings. It's almost like surfing. We ride the waves in that space to get to our destination. Doing that without protection puts a lot of strain on the body. Yeah, I know. I've experienced it myself.
あなたが経験したのは軽い方よ。
Really?
重度の PL 障害は脳にも作用を及ぼすの。その結果、記憶のリズムを失ってしまうこともあって。
That is so interesting. That is so interesting. Rob you of your memories.
俺ってこう見えて意外とタフだから。
Shut up!
真面目に聞いて。
Thank you.
もしあなたが生身の状態で、あと 1,2 回パラレリープしたら、あなたは全身の遺血をすべて吐き出し、失うことになる。
Interesting. Eject all of its cryptoglobin, meaning you effectively die, right? It's not just you lose cryptoglobin, but your blood stays in your body, right? Meaning you lose the ability to transform. No, it's actually you just die, right? Okay, but the thing is, why would one parallel leap without a suit on? I wonder. In a rush? Could someone actually discover this and try to attack us?
そうなったらもう蘇生はできない。あなたは確実に死ぬことになるわ。
Fuck, this is so interesting. My point is, to avoid leap damage, you have to avoid touching that cryptoglobin energy directly. So that's why the leap suits cover our whole bodies and push it away from us. That's right. Thanks for clearing that up. I have another question though. You said you were going to change history tonight. What exactly is that going to involve? The same thing as when I went to the Hunt Mystery Timeline on day 5, erasing the data from Takumi's brain. For what? What's going to happen then? I've got everything we need right here on this thumb drive. That's the thing Saray gave you, right? The cerebral glitch repair program? Yes, the only difference is this time we'll be treating the killer zombie version of you. Let's call this Takumi 2 to make things easier. At this rate, Takumi 2 is going to become a killer. We're going to trick him before he can commit his first murder. Wait, why are we doing this? But that's not all. We've got something else we need to do in that timeline. Okay, why exactly are we doing this? Is it because we want Takumi to get over his guilt? No, he kinda did it already, right? What's that? In the version of history I know, Takumi actually killed somebody tonight. Who's that? Let's check. 16. Who dies? Who dies? No one dies. Moko? What the hell? Nobody dies. Saray? Hiruko too. In other words, me. I see where this is going. But at the same time, I'm kinda lost. Where am I? No, I think I see where this is going. Basically, what happens on day 16 at night is that Takumi 2, the Gi Queen Takumi, attacks Hiruko. That's when they end up in the bio lab, right? And Takumi wakes up and is like, yo, he's attacking the Hiruko, and there's a PLM dude. Which is why they jump out of the window. Thing is, who are those PLM dudes? It's us. It's us. And basically, in the one where you kick the attacker, the slasher route plays out. But when you dodge it, one of the two PLM dudes stabs Takumi in the neck. And the next day the gi is gone. So I think that what we're gonna do is basically transform this slasher route into whatever this is. What? We have to prevent that murder before we move on to treat him. Hold on a minute. I don't remember any timeline like that. I don't know what to tell you. I'm the one who got killed. I remember it very clear. Wait, what? Oh, you don't remember the kiss? I'm the one who got killed. I remember it very clearly. Tonight, around 11 PM, I'll be killed by Takumi too in the biolab. You probably just haven't recovered those memories yet. Speak up, I beg of you. Is that why? I guess I did repress a lot of memories of that time. Hey Hiruko, what time is it now? She tapped her glasses near her temple before replying. 9:18 PM. How'd you know? My glasses have a clock function built into them. Interesting. The lenses can function as a transparent heads-up display to show me the time whenever I touch them just here. It'll be a problem if you can keep track of the time. Here, you can have this. Your device? I have another of my own. Just switch it on and I'll display the time. Take it. Hiruko passed me the little machine. I slipped it into my pocket. You said 9:18 PM? 19 now. Then we'd better hurry. Leaping takes you to the same point in time, right? You can go forward or back. That's true, but we can't go yet. Why? Remember what I told you about riding the waves to alternate timelines? They're from a space filled with cryptoglobin energy. So let's call them blood space wave. Exactly, the blood space. Anyway, we can only leap when they're at their highest intensity. That's why I likened it to surfing. Sometimes you have to wait for a big enough wave to come along. When is that going to be? Take a look at the device I gave you. Took the thing out of my pocket and turned it on. It displayed some kind of diagram of the waves, along with two times. Between 10:20 PM and 1:15 AM tonight? Yes, we'll only be able to leave during that time. You said Takumi kills Hiruko too at 11 PM. So even if we leap as soon as that window opens, we'll only have 40 minutes. That's right. 40 minutes to get it all done. But it takes over half an hour to just get back to school from here. Would you prefer to call a taxi? I know it won't be easy, but we still have to try. Okay, I smell the fuckery. I smell the fuckery because our slasher timeline is different from Hiruko's, which is extremely weird. Extremely weird. Wait, what? Yo, hold up! Hiruko at some point when we talked about the zombie branch, she told us, yeah, I think I remember something like that. How could she remember? If to her, she dies on day 16. And Takumi has told her nothing about our slasher, the slasher killing, the serial killer slasher branch. Basically how close they were. What? Hold up, that's so weird. And I cannot make sense of it. And that is annoying me a lot. How did she know that But I still don't understand. No, legit, I do not understand how the slasher route works. And that may be intended. Because is the slasher route recursive? In the sense that it always loops to itself? Because the slasher route begins technically on day 3, 4, where Takumi, he's on the roof and his head hurts. He gets technically his memory back, but he gets the data back. And the Gi data in him, which prompts the series of killing and all that shit. The problem is, the Gi comes from the slasher serial killer branch. But this exact same route, this exact same branch, starts because Takumi has the Gi data in him. How does that work? Do you understand when I say recursive? This is like encoding. When basically you have a function that calls itself. You declare a function, you create it, and inside it you call itself. It calls itself. I don't know if I'm being very clear, but what the hell is slasher? Alright, I won't lie, y'all. Doing mystery and this back-to-back is a lot. It is a lot of information, I won't lie. In mystery, I was completely lost. This one, much better. But here, the mystery about like Hiruko and Takumi sharing different timelines of the same route is confusing me a bit, but this may be what the plot wants. It wants to confuse you, and this is why you're trying to investigate type shit. So for now, I won't say anything. I'm just going to say I'm a bit lost. Not really a bit lost. I'm confused, right? So let's just continue on to 13A. Hiruko showed me how to use the machine. Wow, it's a lot simpler than I thought. Everything sounds simple when it's explained to you. I had to put in a lot of work to figure all this out. Man, praise her please, she deserves it. And it was like she was asking for it. We'd already changed into our leap suits and adjusted the machine's settings. Let's go over everything one last time. What timeline are we leaping to? Killer zombie. And what's your objective? Changing history. Remove the Gi data from Takumi 2's brain and prevent Hiruko 2's murder. Good, it's time. Let's get started. I hit the red button on the control console, and we both stepped onto the platform. Okay, let's do this. Right, it has an animation. My eyes! Do we do it? Do we leap? Don't just stand there. We need to get going. Hiruko was already on her way outside. I grabbed the fire extinguisher and hurried after her. Where'd you get those? Shouldn't we take off our leap suits first? I can't remember which loop it was, but I tried doing this in my regular clothes once. It didn't end well. There's 2 Hirukos! This one's a fake! It must be a shape-shifting commander. They captured me and shut me up in a cage in the courtyard from then to day 100. If you want the same thing to happen to you, I won't stop you. Now pick up the pace. You know we don't have a lot of time. Hiruko took off running. I did the same, and we started our journey back to the school. We still had a ways to go, so I decided to ask about something. Hey, can you tell me more about what happened between Hiruko 2 and Takumi 2? It all started around this time, actually. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to take a walk around the school. That's when Takumi 2 attacked me. The Gi data in his brain must have finally taken over. He chased me into the biolab. It was far stronger than he had any right to be. A Gi can draw out superhuman reserves of strength from its host, after all. He slammed my head on the operating table, and while I was still dazed from that, well, you get the idea. I never had a chance to fight back. We'd almost reached the academy. I could see the wall of fire up ahead. Suddenly, Hiruko stopped and picked something up off the ground. Is that a power saw? I'll be needing this. What for what? Takumi locked the biolab door behind him when he attacked me. We'll have to break it down to get to him. This is the fastest way to do that. I was starting to get a bad feeling about this. Hold on. I've seen that power saw kill our friends in this timeline. By taking that into the school, you're putting them all in danger. That won't happen. We're going to cure Takumi too, after all. What if we mess it up? We won't. Exactly, girl. How can you be so sure? Enough talk. You're my servant, aren't you? You said you'd do anything to help, didn't you? I guess, but... Then don't talk back. Just do as you're told. Hiruko took off toward the wall, power saw in hand, followed a few steps behind, trying to keep down the panic rising in my chest. Wait, shit. Okay, we're still here. It doesn't actually move us into timelines. That would have been pretty cool, if you ask me. So when you actually choose to dodge the attack, you break the window, right? You jump with a dude, and then you end up on the ground, right? If I remember correctly, one of the two PLM dudes gets sent into the Undying Flames, and I'm scared of that. And then the other one comes from behind and Takumi in the neck. Oh shit. I checked the time. It was displayed in the corner of the little window in the front of my helmet. Really? Well, we've only got 4 minutes. We have to hurry. Are you guys not tired? We barreled through the entrance hall and into the hallway. Hiruko kept going. Through the halls and up the stairs. It was all I could do to keep up with her. Soon enough, we reached the second floor. Found myself outside the door through the biolab. Hiruko had gotten there before me, of course. I saw the two of them run in here just now. Hiruko 2 just went in first, then Takumi 2 chased after her. He was carrying a kitchen knife, just like I remember. In that case, I was right. The door's locked. Damn it. I pulled on the door myself just in case, but it wouldn't budge. Then I heard a noise from inside the room. That was probably Hiruko 2 getting thrown around. 10:59. This is bad. We're almost out of time. Please? Power saw the door. Stand back. I barely had time to react before Hiruko revved her power saw and charged forward. There was a terrible splintering sound at the door as the door yielded to the relentless rotating metal blades. Come on! Following Hiruko's lead, I stepped through into the biolab, but I was not ready for what was waiting for me inside. You? It took me a moment to process what had happened. Hiruko had gone in first, but now she was crumpled up in a corner. A blow from Takumi 2 must have sent her flying. But if I remember correctly, Hiruko 2 was on the ground. Takumi 2 was on the ground too. And when the actual Takumi, not the Gi, took back control, he saw one PLM dude with the power saw in hand. From the sound of that groan, she was going to be out of action for a little while. And on the other side of the operating table, Hiruko 2, yeah. She was also on the floor and looked pretty out of it too. Both of the Hirokos were down for the count. Obviously, only one person could be responsible for this. Takumi 2, this timeline's version of me. Our eyes met, and I froze up. I wasn't used to looking at my own body from the outside. It was such a surreal experience. I just stood there, forgetting even to breathe. But it wasn't long until time started to flow again, and I was dragged back to reality. Takumi raised his kitchen knife and dashed toward me. And that can actually kill you, because the suit is weak to that. Hiroko said the leap suits repel Himo and Ima. That wasn't the class weapon he was holding. It was more than capable of tearing through the suit and hurting me. He swung wildly, and I did my best to dodge his blows. Obviously, I wasn't about to let myself get killed, especially not by my own doppelganger. But I couldn't keep dodging forever. He was sure to hit me sooner or later. I needed a weapon, something I could use to fight back. Right as that thought crossed my mind, my foot brushed against something. I glanced down. It was a power saw. Hiroko must have dropped it when she got knocked over, and it was still running. I ducked down, grabbed it, and swung it to the side. The blade connected with the other Mii's knife and set it flying. That didn't stop him though. He grabbed at my arm, trying to take the power saw from me. I wasn't about to go down without a fight. I wrenched it away and kicked him in the stomach. He got knocked out. Yeah, and that's when the real Takumi takes control. He slammed against the wall and fell to the floor, his face contorted in pain. I must have hit him pretty hard. He wouldn't be getting up anytime soon. I took advantage of the lull in the fight to go and check on Hiroko too. She didn't seem to have any visible injuries, but I had to make sure she was okay. Are you dumb? It's not your job. With all that strafing around I'd been doing, not to mention the run over here, I wasn't exactly feeling at my best. I fought through the fatigue and lumbered over this timeline's Hiroko. But just as I was about to reach her, Takumi too is going to push you out of the window. Something slammed into me hard from behind. Staggered a few steps, suddenly off balance. Takumi too saw this opportunity and took it. As the two of us grappled, we found ourselves near the window, and then... Next thing I knew, I was in the air, with Takumi too still clinging to me. He must have tackled me with so much force that it sent us right through the window. Shards of glass were all around us, sparkling in the night air. For one weird disconnected moment, it actually looked kind of beautiful. But then the laws of physics kicked in and we were falling, rocketing toward the ground faster than either of us could deal with. You're not dead, right? That was Yugamu that died. My leap suit must have provided some protection, because falling from the second floor didn't hurt nearly as much as it should have. I saw the power saw lying to my side. I grabbed it and got to my feet, looking around for Takumi too. He was standing nearby, maybe 30 feet away. Looked like he'd just gotten to his feet. He was still swaying unsteadily. Well, I'd prevented Hiroku's murder. That just left one thing still to do in this timeline: heal him. I had to treat Takumi too. I couldn't let him get away now. I tightened my grip on the power saw and ran toward him. I double saw me coming and ran. I stayed on his tail and eventually cornered him right in front of the wall of fire. But you're gonna die. You're gonna get sent into the wall of fire. Wasn't going to kill Takumi too, obviously. I didn't even want to hurt him. Maybe from an alternate reality, but he was still me after all. So what am I going to do? Just threaten him? If he thought I was out to kill him, maybe he'd come quietly. I decided to go with that and hefted the power saw again. Wait. Something about this doesn't seem right. Haven't I seen this before? Okay. You're gonna get sent into the fire. I couldn't have been distracted for more than 2 seconds, but that was all he needed. pain flashed across my left leg, and my view started to tilt to the side. As I toppled over, everything seemed to slow down, and I found myself thinking, I should have seen this coming. Then my downward movement came to an abrupt stop. I felt my head slam against the cold, hard ground. Even with my helmet on, it was a real shock to the system. I was majorly disoriented. I could barely string two coherent thoughts together, let alone come up with a plan to fight back. Through instinct more than anything else, I managed to stagger back to my feet. My thoughts were still hazy, but one thing was abundantly clear. I didn't have the power saw anymore. So it must be... Now it's my turn! Fear took over, and I ran back toward the school as fast as I could. Oh. You can kinda find the secret of the suit when you choose to kill Yugamu in the zombie route, a branch. Because the power saw goes through the suit and kills him. So you can kinda guess that sharp objects are its weakness, but at the same time it's a very powerful object, sharp one, and there's gravity, so The tables had turned. Now Takumi too was after me, and fortunately, wasn't moving very fast, probably because he was weighted down by the power saw. My vision was back to normal now. The haze around my thoughts was still there. It felt like I was forgetting something important, and I couldn't think what. Before I could figure it out, Takumi too made his move. He discarded the power saw, tossing it aside into the bushes. Now that he lightened his load, he was a lot faster than before, and gaining on me fast. He and I were the same person, of course, so our running speeds should have been the same. Except I had a big chunky leap suit slowing me down. It was only a matter of time before he catches me. I need to find somewhere I can ditch this suit. In the toilet? Right as a thought crossed my mind, the outline of the school came into view up ahead. I put on a burst of speed, running for the school with all my might. I scrambled into the hallway and up the stairs. My feet were barely even touching the ground as I fled along the second floor. Finally, I stumbled into the bathroom. I held my breath and listened hard. I could hear footsteps in the hall outside. They got closer, then passed by, and gradually faded away. I let out of sight and leaned back against the wall. My head was swimming. I just stood there and spaced out for a while. So, what am I supposed to do now? I still have to get that guy under control somehow. Maybe I can hide and try to get the jump on him? This suit is so hard to move around in though. I won't be doing anything stealthy in this. It'll be easy for him to turn the tables on me if anything goes wrong too. The solution to that was obvious enough. Take it off? He's dumbass. And this dude is so dumb. Like, beyond dumb. And I keep saying it. But like, he keeps surprising me by being 20 times dumber. This is crazy. From what I remember, from, what was it, 14A? This one? 14B actually. Takumi jumps down through the window with the PLM dude, and one of them burns in the wall of fire. And the other one comes in and heals him. That's how we get to 14B. But so far, it's repeating the events of 14A. So have we failed? I took off my leap suit. Because Shoma finds it later on, which is why Yugamu uses it to be the The fake one. Looking around, I find a supply closet and stowed it in there. Okay, I better get going. We need to fix this quick, before our window. The leap back closes. I forgot about that. Limit is 1 AM. My first move would be to find Hiruko. She was probably still in the biolab. I walked toward the bathroom door. But just as I was about to open it, they have hidden in the bathroom? Guess I'd better check. Darn it, why do you have to pick now to think about looking in here? I looked around for escape. There was no point hiding in one of the stalls. I'd get found out right away. In that case, there's only one way out. Ran to the window and opened it. I jumped out with all the energy I could muster. Something went wrong. Maybe it was the fatigue setting in, but I couldn't control my posture like I wanted to. I fell. Flat on my back, my head hitting the ground with a sickening crunch. I'd already done it this time. My consciousness was leaving me like smoke blown away in a strong breeze. Takumi, I think you're fucked up. I think we just lost because of you, Takumi. Legit. Right before it went all dark, I was aware of footsteps nearby and somebody saying something. That was where my memory cut out for the day. The next thing I knew, my mind melted away into chaos and confusion. Day 17, so the day after. Are we still hidden? We went back? But we failed! I woke up suddenly. I looked around, trying to orient myself.
見てわからないの？あなたの部屋よ。SF タイムラインのね。
In the what, bro? In the what, bro? What does SF mean?
SF?
Science fiction? No, right? Because we call it sci-fi, not SF. Sumino Future?
ステディファンダメンタルの略。私たちがもともといた基礎となるタイムライン。
Steady fundamental? What? Huh.
もしかしてまた運んでくれたのか？
I mean, duh.
いい加減にしてほしいわ。
Aw.
私あなたの母親じゃないのよ。
母親。
母親ってこたつで眠っちゃった子供をベッドまで運んであげたりするじゃない？それと同じようなこと私は何度もしてるから。
When you put it like that, I did feel kind of guilty. I shifted uncomfortably and sat up in bed. What happened? What happened after I blacked out? So what we were trying to do is actually fix... I guess... Fix? No, not really. Make sure that the split would... I guess it makes sure that this timeline would split this way, branch this way, but we failed. And that means that slasher actually continues. So it branches towards slasher and actually continues. Don't worry about it. We fulfilled both of our goals. Really? Right, figured we saved Hiruko too, but what about the other one? We don't need about... We don't need to worry about Takumi 2's parasite problem. I actually had 2 thumb drives. Nigo gave me an extra one as a spare. I gave it to Hiruko too. I revealed myself to her and explained everything. Is that a good idea though? Did she already know about the time loop and parallel leaping? No, not every me in every timeline has the same memories. It only recovered a few fragments so far. Must have been hard for her to wrap her head around. She managed just fine. I should know. She is a past version of me after all. I know her history very well. I even remember what happened next from when I was her. As Hiruko too, I injected Takumi with an anesthetic and used a repair program to treat him. A program I got from a thumb drive given to me by me, Hiruko 1. Wait, what? So I guess the hold up. The past you, which at the time was Hiruko 2, injected Takumi 2 with an anesthetic and used a repair program to treat him, because the program you got was given to you by a Hiruko from another timeline that is Hiruko 1? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh my god. That was all well and good. But she hadn't seen it for herself this time. That made me uneasy. Took out the device Hiruko had given me. When's the next time the blood space waves surge? Thinking of leaping back to kill a zombie to check on it? You don't... Wait, what? Don't you believe me? It's not like that. Either way, we won't be leaving anytime soon. Look at the screen. 1 to 5 p.m. on day 20. Right, we won't be able to leap again until then. That's 3 whole days from now. You're staying put for 3 days. That's just how this works. Do these surges have any kind of pattern? Unfortunately not. Everything from their variation to their wavelength to their single regularity is completely random. The same goes for the periods when they surge and how long they last. We never really know what we're dealing with until they arrive. We're lucky these devices even allow us to predict the next surge. Hold up. That means that the timeline we went wasn't actually our timeline. It was Hiruko's. Because the events that played in Takumi's timeline, the both of them are different than the one we just experienced last night. For now, you'll just have to trust me. Takumi 2's really fine now. We don't have to worry about him anymore. That's right. After breakfast, I went back to the roof to think. Our next sleep is on day 20, and the next battle is on the night of day 21. That gives me some downtime before then, but I still have to use it productively. I decided to go back to my room, then take a walk around the school and see what everyone else was doing. Free time? Oh shit, I know! Hiruko said that the killer zombie Takumi 2 is fixed now. So where was she going to leap on day 20? Monster. We're going to Monster. Monster, I think it's this one. Exactly. We're going there on day 20. This is the day where, with Rumi, we go to like the village, I guess. And we see 2 PLM dudes and we start running after them and we just they outrun us, right? They disappear. I remember that. And I was about to bring it up earlier, but I completely forgot. Had other questions for her too, but they could wait until tomorrow. Right now, all I wanted to do was to go to bed. Damn, bro. Damn. Oh my god, I have an idea for a thumbnail. You know, motherfucking Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, taking the suit, the Spider-Man suit, going like this. I want to replace the motherfucking suit with the PLM suit. That'd be crazy. But it's gonna be hard to do this. Should I even put Takumi in place of Toby? I wonder. At some point, I lost track of Hiruko. Maybe I'll wait until tonight to speak to her. Having decided on that, I began looking for ways to spend the rest of my day. Free time again? Why did you ask me to come all the way out here? Sorry, I wanted to make sure we wouldn't be interrupted. But I didn't even bring my riding crop. What's a riding crop? Riding crop. The hell? Oh. Oh. It's the shit you slap like the donkey on the ass, the horse on the ass, on the ass. So it actually you get what I mean, right? I didn't call you out here so you could give me a serious spanking. You want me to step on you then? No, not that either. So what do you want? It's about leaping. I was worried someone might overhear us if we talked in our rooms. Like how you ended up following me and poking your nose where it didn't belong? I nodded. What did you want to ask? I forgot that dude on like day 9 or 10 when he asked Hiruko about the truth. Brody entered in her room without knocking. First of all, the blood space wave are going to surge on day 20. What timeline are you going to jump to? You really want to know? Yeah. Can I drip molten candle wax on your cowlick? What's a cowlick? Cowlick. Here? A lock of hair hanging or projecting over a person's forehead. I think? Why would you want to do that? I want to see what it looks like slicked down. You wanna play dress up with him? I'm down. Actually still thinking about which timeline to visit next. I'll let you know when I come to a decision. Damn, she just left. Oh no, never mind, we were walking. We switched to a new location before continuing our conversation. 2 days ago, you said the PLM was made by some kind of researchers, right? I don't know that for sure. It's just speculation. That's fine. Let's assume it's true. But which side were these researchers on? Were they human or invaders? There's really no way to tell. From the look of the lab building, it doesn't seem to have any government or military connections. Perhaps they were a part of a smaller organization, or built it in secret as part of some private endeavor. I mean, think about it. No matter who built it, that machine could provide a huge advantage to the war effort. The fact that no one's used it, how do you know that? Means neither side know it exists. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. Neither Veshnis nor Surrey or Nigo have ever mentioned parallel leaping either. But you revealed it to them, no? That you came from the future. What exactly did you tell them? Not ever? No, not in any timeline I've seen in any of my 146 loops. We moved again, a new location, a new question. So, about our most recent leap. Our objective was to change history by saving Hiruko 2 and stopping Takumi 2 from becoming a serial killer. Did we really achieve that though? No, but my question is, why exactly did we do that? Of course, Hiruko 2 is still alive and Takumi 2 was successfully treated. What are you so worried about? It's just, isn't there a timeline out there where we didn't succeed? Naturally, there are infinite possibilities out there in the blood space realm. But if that's the case, is it even accurate to say that we changed history? Isn't it more like we created a new timeline? Kind of like laying down a new train rails to replace old ones? Yes, but what of it? I'm just wondering if there's any point in it. The old rails still exist. So have we really fixed anything? Trust me, there's definitely a point. Why? Let's say there's a train that is destined to constantly run through a fiery hellscape. The passengers inside would be forced to endure constant pain and suffering. Now, imagine we lay down a new set of rails branching off from that line. One version of the train now gets to enjoy a safe, comfortable journey. Of course, one of them is still destined to burn in hellfire. There's no changing that. But it's better than if we never added that second line at all. At least that gives the passengers a 1 in 2 chance at happiness. I think I get what she means, but still. I'm still having trouble coming to terms with this. What's the problem? Are we even laying down new rails at all? What do you mean? When we left 2 days ago, things played out in the killer zombie timeline exactly like I remembered from when I was Takumi 2. The only difference was I was seeing them from the steady fundamental perspective as Takumi 1. This shit is not for the... I was about to say the faint of heart. No, for the... What am I even supposed to say? Brother, I think I'm gonna shut up. Is it that this shit is getting complicated with the terms? Actually, it's me from the steady, fundamental perspective as Takumi 1, and then as Takumi 2, shit can get confusing really fast. That's what I'm trying to say. The person who attacked me with a parasol when I was Takumi 2. It was actually me, Takumi 1. It took me a while to notice what was happening. I still don't understand it. So, essentially, it's clear. But the fact that there are so many terms, and like Takumi 1, Takumi 2, it can easily get confusing, is what I'm trying to say. Without even meaning to, I ended up making history repeat itself. Almost like I was on rails, going along with a predetermined route. It makes me feel like destiny is controlling us or something. And I got to thinking, what if history refuses to change? What if our actions don't create new timelines after all? I already told you, Hiruko 2 is alive and Takumi 2 has been treated. That's something that wouldn't have happened without our intervention. We definitely created a new timeline. But the fact that history seemed to repeat itself for you is probably just sleep damage. Remember what I told you? Sleep damage can affect your memories and your ability to reason if it reaches your brain. Hiruko, that's not what's happening right now. Obviously, I hadn't made my point clearly enough. Exactly. I had a feeling that loss of reasoning was also something that happened because it was part of a predetermined history. Like we couldn't escape it no matter what we did. Oh, this is so fascinating. Takumi is trying to tell Hiruko that something is wrong, but this is the second time she brushes him off. Then, no, you're wrong, it's probably just sleep damage type shit. So Takumi's fear of it's predetermined is actually warranted. It makes sense, because it actually feels like that. Hiruko and I finished talking and went back to the roof. You look like you're still having doubts. I'm telling you, it's nothing to worry about. We're creating new timelines, and it's changing things for the better. If we weren't, there would be no point in anything we do here in this timeline. Forget your promise. I'll build us a future where we can all be happy. That's what you said. But I feel like what we're doing right now is not the right way to do it. I think Takumi's right. We're not changing history right now, or at least we're repeating history. And we have to get to the bottom of it. Did what we do actually do something? Does that help? Are you going to sleep better tonight? I don't know. I'll go get you some medicine to help you sleep. What? Tiki, go to bed and forget all about these groundless worries, understand? I'm good. She left before I could respond, as usual. After that, I took the sleeping medicine that Hiruko brought me and sank into a deep, dreamless sleep. I'm not feeling that. I'm not. I was actually hopeful. Like, with the alliance of Hiruko and Takumi being like, I'm gonna create the future. But I don't know, these past few days have been worrying me, to say the least. Well, I think this is it for this episode. Legit, This shit is good. Oh, it's some good shit. If I could, I would roll it in a blunt and smoke that shit. That's just how good it is. Fortunately, I don't smoke. Anyway, we are learning incredible things right now. Incredible things. But we will continue on in the next episode, which is why I am going to say goodbye. I wanted to recap things, but I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I've been recording, 2 or 3 episodes today. Tomorrow I have to edit them. I don't have any meat to yap, alright? I want to say goodbye to y'all and see you in the next one. Goodbye.